90 years WIBX, and when this all started, radio was much different. These were the pioneer days of radio, and we've been able to listen back to some of the tapes, and a lot of the stuff isn't even on tapes. They were actually burning. They would burn discs. You'd have to send the audio to New York City, or when something from New York City was sent here, it was sent on a like a vinyl disc, like a record. Interesting. Anyway, this station used to, in addition to news and everything else, was of that golden age of radio, and there would be, maybe a production, what do they call those? Like what was a TV show? What do they call it? But it was a radio show. It was the old radio shows.
Yeah.
Fibber McGee and Molly and all of that stuff. But it also featured live music. And on Friday morning, we're going to start something new called our Live Music Fridays. And the Steve Falvo Easy Money Big Band is going to be in there. This is 18 pieces. We're doing a whole setup in advance to be able to get this thing to work. 18 different members of this band, and they're going to perform in the 8 o'clock hour on Friday morning. And it'll start our Live Friday Live Friday, however we want to say it, Live Music Friday, I guess. It'll start that off on Friday morning, so I'm pretty excited about that.
That's very cool, and they're excellent, by the way.
They're really good.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. And Christine, an email here, as long as we can take care of a few things here, studio things. Julie writes, just throwing this out there because I've been there. I have left jobs and moved to other areas, but still did work for the former employer by assisting with lesson plans and general navigation during the transition. It was difficult to leave a place you love for both me and the former employer, and I truly wanted to help them during their transition. But it was actually a very difficult thing to do while trying to adjust to a new location and a new job. Every time I hear Christine from Mississippi, my heart goes out to her because I know she has to focus on settling in a new home and preparing for her new job at the same time hanging on to a former job. Unless she is still under contract, she is doing this out of respect and kindness, and because she is a genuinely good person. Although she will never say it or even admit it to you, you should know that this is a major distraction from what she should be focusing on. At least it was for me, and didn't realize it until a couple of weeks in. Just a thought. So you want to comment on that one, Christine? I thought that was very nice and probably very accurate.
I won't comment on the accuracy of it, but I will say that I appreciate that sentiment, and that was extremely, extremely nice, and that's one of the reasons why I am still doing this, because not only do I respect and appreciate my former employer and miss, and I don't want to start crying again, all of you guys in studio very much, but I also really connected with our listeners, and I want to make sure that, nothing is dropped along the way while you folks are finding a replacement.
Well, we certainly appreciate it, and I do know it's tough, and I do know that you're probably doing it because it's not preparing to start your new job. You've started your new job already.
I have started my new job, and Andrew will be happy to know that my stuff arrives on Friday.
Andrew, what does that mean? What does all that mean?
Dallas and I had worked hard to make sure that Christine's stuff got safely and efficiently into the back of a truck. And so we did our best to make sure everything was secure and safe, so I'm hoping it gets there to you that way.
It did get to Mississippi, so I just have to get it to my house now.
Nice.
And there are other things we have to take care of, Christine. And I've completely forgotten about the storage unit thing. We gotta talk about that because that's probably an issue here as well. Do you still have stuff here or there, or is all that stuff gone? We should probably be talking about this off the air, but
hers is empty. Yeah. Hers is totally empty.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, but I'll get that washer from you at some point. I gotta get up with you.
Okay. All right. I don't know what the hell that is, to be honest with you.
Don't worry, you will.
Anyway, okay, I will. Okay, all right. Listen, I'll do what I have to do. That's what we'll do. All right.
But that was a nice email, so thank you.
I have more. I have more on this Pokemon thing, and I said it was down on at least what we saw down on Varick Street. There were a whole bunch of people. If you now see people running around looking at their cell phone, and there's a group of them, it might not just be texting. They might very well be doing this whole Pokemon Go. And what is also interesting, and I played the Pokemon guy running into the pond, right? What is also interesting about this is the demographic, the people that are actually interested in this. This is not, although I believe it's probably a lot of teenagers as well and younger kids. This is the group that probably is Andrew's age and a little older, right? Because Pokemon was a big deal for you.
Yes, I even so much that I used to be in a weekend Pokemon tournament where we would play the card game at a local business and you'd get prizes and stuff. But, people are fascinated with the idea that not only you can catch, you can then battle friends. And I was just looking into it yesterday. I didn't download it because I refused to, but I was looking into some of the features, and it's actually, put aside all the negatives, pretty cool. A lot of people are saying it's getting people out of the house and
I've heard
walking
this,
around.
And people who are shut-in type people that have a difficult time in social interaction. I'm hearing that they're saying that this is having a positive effect on them. Sure enough, it would take something like this to get
whatever works.
Get them out of the house. A reporter in Tampa named Allison Cromp walked through a live weather report on Monday because she was playing Pokemon Go. I kind of think this might have been a setup, so I'm not going to play it. And then there's a story in Texas where two women were playing Pokemon Go, and they found an injured, this is going to be near and dear to Christine's heart, they found an injured puppy. You heard the one about the dead body that was found, right? That was the other day. This one was yesterday. They found an injured puppy who'd been left out to die. They ended up saving the puppy's life with help of their pizza delivery driver. I believe this is Laney's Army Go instead of Pokemon on the go or whatever. But here's some audio on that.
Instead of finding Jigglypuff, I found a puppy.
What is Jigglypuff, Andrew? Can you explain that to me?
It's a short, squat, pink Pokemon.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
It used to be a big. When my kids were younger, so my kids are in their early 20s. The Pokemon was the thing. We had all the games, and they'd trade back and forth the cardboard tokens or whatever.
It was the card game, but also too, it got to the point where it was banned at school because what would happen is kids would trade the very valuable holographic Charizard.
Right. And then the parents would get mad.
Right? Why would you trade that away? That's a bit,
And they'd call the school. How come you allowed my kid? That one was actually valuable.
Right.
No, it's a piece of cardboard that is cut into a circle.
Because it had holographic images on it, it was far more valuable.
Here's the woman talking about the saved puppy. Here we go.
Mouth was bleeding. He wasn't moving very much. He looked like he was in pain. We found out his back leg was broken, and his gums were pale and blue, and so were his ears as well.
I just finished CMT training. I had my med kit with me. I'd love to go over there and see if I could help with anything. Anytime I can apply my training to either human or animal, it's still a good feeling.
It just had to be a sign that it was gonna be okay, and we were gonna get help. That's just insane that our pizza guy just happened to be someone who knew about injuries and things like that. I decided to name him Pokey after Pokemon.
Well, there you go.
So we were talking about the comments on Facebook here. A couple of friends of mine, and someone posted, this is like a scene from either Casino or Goodfellas. I believe it's Ray Liotta, and it's a scene where they're all kind of sitting around laughing and smacking each other on the arm and everything. Yeah. And it's a meme, and it says, everybody's posting about Pokemon Go, but you can't relate because you're not 10 and you have stuff to do.
Yeah, that is exactly that.
I thought that was hilarious.
But I'm going to tell you, though, it's not the 10-year-olds that are necessarily playing this thing. It's the 25-year-olds or the 20-year-olds and on, and even into the 30s. Those are the ones that are playing this. So it's a big deal. It's like the big craze right now. 650.